Good evening, students. Today we have to discuss limitations in design. Yesterday we are having the list limitations in machine design, and also we have observed that uh, first two factors. Number one, saturation. Number two, temperature rise. I am very brief about saturation. Is one of the important factor. Usually in electromagnetic machines, higher value of flux density is selectable. How much higher value of flux density can be used is a question. If we are using the ferromagnetic material because it produces spontaneous magnetism, one factor. Second one, how much higher value is useful or selectable. It is restricted by flux density value of 1.6 fibers per meter square. Beyond this value, saturation will occur, then it will affect the on performance of machine. Hence, higher value of flux density is used. Another important factor, cost of the field winding also increases. Machine becomes more costly. Yesterday we have observed. Second factor, temperature rise. Temperature rise is another important factor due to losses in the machine, especially copper loss, which produces heating effect. Temperature heating effect is developed in winding. It causes rise the temperature in winding and surrounding parts of the machine. Continuously it increases. That means linearly if it increases, then it gives the problem. Hence, temperature rise should be controlled within under limit. Otherwise, it will disturb the insulation properties. Next factor is insulation. So already we are knowing the electrical machine life is depends on insulation life. Insulation life depends on its temperature rise or operating temperature, because how much importance of conductor, that much of importance of insulator. Conductor and insulator are two faces of a coin. Hence we have to give more importance to insulating and insulating materials also. Different types of the insulating materials are useful. Insulation materials should be selected on depending on electric stress, mechanical stress and thermal stress considerations, and the size of insulation depends upon maximum voltage stress developed in the machine, and partly it is also considerable mechanical stress considerations also. Mechanical stress becomes very important in case of transformer design, because when the short circuit occurs on the secondary winding, large amount of radial and axial forces are developed. Hence, particularly mechanical stress, it is very important in consideration of transformer. Next one, efficiency. Efficiency is one object of the design, because the machines are designed usually to meet the higher efficiency, hence to reduce the operating costs. If the machine efficiency is high, then output of the industrial product is also high, then industries or manufacturers will get the benefit. So design of high efficiency is requires lower values of both loadings, electrical loading as well as magnetic loading. Later on we are going to understand. So the magnetic loading depends upon flux, electric loading depends upon current. Now you understand. And another important factor, high efficiency of machine requires large amount of copper and large amount of iron. Hence, requirement of active materials or volume of material increases, naturally the cost of machine increases. Next part, mechanical parts. So we have to give concentration on mechanical parts and mechanical considerations also. Hence, the mechanical parts material should possess higher permeability and higher durability considerations. So the design of mechanical parts is particularly important in high speed machines. While designing high speed machines, for example, in design of turbo alternator, the rotor slots dimensions are so selected such that mechanical stresses developed should be under safe limit, because huge amount of mechanical stresses are developed at the bottom portion of rotor slot. Hence, it is a very important consideration. Here many examples are there. In examination you can write one or two. Example 2, in design of induction motor, length of air gap is another mechanical selection which limits on power factor. So power factor has relation inversely proportional to length of air gap. Hence, if we design for higher power factor, then length of air gap between stator and rotor may kept as small as possible. Hence, it is decidable higher power factor. Number 3, size of the length, size of the shaft, length of the shaft should be selected in such a way that the machine should not produce unbalanced magnetic pull effect. Hence, the distribution of flux should be uniform. Unbalanced magnetic pull should not produce. That means length of air gap between stator and rotor at any part of the machine should be same. That means distribution of flux should be uniform. If LG changes, the distance between LG changes at any part, then unequal distribution, it also affect on the performance. Lastly, selection of bearings. Another mechanical important consideration. For selection of bearings depends upon many factors: action of rotor weight, external loads, inertia of force due to unbalanced rotors. By considering all these points, bearings are to be used. Here 2 points is necessary to write in examination. Okay. Next factor is commutation. Then it is very important, whatever you are explaining theory, develop in the equation form. It is very easy to remember and put the block. That commutation condition is directly proportional to output of machine. That means the output of electrical machine restricted by the commutation condition. For example, the maximum power of a single DC machine is 10 megawatt. That means without this commutation we can design up to 10 megawatt. After that, commutation condition affects on the performance. So very important, power factor. So if we are having the lower power factor, then machine will draw more current. The size of the machine can be reduced by using higher value of flux density. Then if I use the higher value of flux density, then it results poor power factor. It is slightly confusing. Higher value of flux density is required to increase the capacity of machine or rating of machine. Another way, if we can select higher value of flux density, then power factor is low. Hence, keep these 2 points inside the mind, then flux density should be selected. or moderate power factor, then output of machine. Power factor is also depends on length of air gap, previous point. Then 8 9, it is standard specifications and consumer specifications. The design should meet consumer specifications. That means the design should meet what the consumer needs, performance of motor. Such type of performance specifications of motor designed, manufacturer should manufacture. Hence, designer coordinates between consumer as well as manufacturer. Lastly, it has to meet standard specifications. That means all design process consumer specifications, as well as it has to meet certain standard specifications also. Hence, you prepare, remember the points, practice. Thank you to one and all.